community. Another video just after I shot that last one, so that's why it looks like it's in the exact same spot, trying the exact same print, because it is. Alright, well, I'll give you my trick, because you know what, I didn't think I was going to give it away to people on how to save money, and how I have not lost a print since like the very beginning of my days, but I kind of looked at what was available for print surfaces. They have these print surfaces that are like glass, but they have the micro etching on top, which is not really micro etching. It's like some surface they lay on top, and after a while that stuff lifts up, your stuff's garbage. Okay, you can use clean glass. Guys just say, ooh, you clean it with acetone or rubbing alcohol, you don't need nothing on it. Right, you're good. Okay, well, yeah, that works. Cool. Me, what I do is I wait until like garbage day or whatever, and because I'm kind of bad for leaving like this sitting on my computer chair, and I'll go and sit back down and smash the glass, I actually wait until garbage day and grab like stacks of glass and mirror. What I do is I measure my bed, get a glass cutter, cut the pieces into the size I need. I'll take like 220 sandpaper and sand the edges of the glass, so then it's not sharp here. Like right now, if that was normal and freshly cut, that would be cutting me right now. But it's not. It's nice, and you know, if the kid was smart and knew not to stick the corners in his eyeballs, you know, you should be able to let any kid handle this. As long as, you know, he's not going to be stabbing himself in the eyeballs, then you know you're all right. But what I do is I take this stuff and I clean one side, and I'll lay it down on my table, right? And what I'll do is I'll stick some water and some soap on it, and then I'll get some 180, 220 grit sandpaper, and I'll go all the way back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back in one direction, spin it 180 degrees, do it again. Okay, what you're doing now is micro etching the glass. There's no way that that micro etching is ever going to lift up. See, this is when it's already been prepared that I've been printing on. It's a mirror. This is the unbreakable type mirror, which is not really unbreakable, but it's a safety mirror. If you flip it over, this is a mirror closets. So those 7-foot tall vertical mirrors, sliding closet doors, that's what this used to be. I took the frame apart, and because it's safety mirror, if this ever breaks, it stays all together in one piece. You just toss it out and away you go. This is just standard mirror, but because I wanted to get crafty one day, I stuck some magnets on it and put magnet on my bed, and it used to just be magnetic. But then I didn't like the extra, I guess, weight sliding back and forth, right? Because, you know, the heavier every axis is, the longer it's going to take for it to slow down, and your print quality is going to suffer. So what I do, like I say, see, go one way. This one was the very first one I made, so I didn't realize, you know, to turn around and go this way. This one here, when you print on it, it has like lines. You can see the lines on the print. But who really looks at the bottom of the print anyways? But this is the same, and it's also prepared. But what happens is when you spray hairspray on it, right, it leaves, like, it almost goes back to being a clean mirror where you can't even see the scratches anymore. Same as the glass here. So I micro etch it and use a little bit of hairspray, cheap Dollarama crap, because, you know, Canadian, I guess they have Dollarama in the States too also. But, you know, I just spray some on there. Actually, I do the whole glass, because depending on what I'm doing, I use it multiple times before I clean it off. But I just spray it on there, let it dry to where it's hard to the touch, and it sticks like freaking glue. This is a prepared piece of glass. I wanted to keep it as light as possible, so I peeled the sticky layer off, right, because this doesn't come with a magnetic thing like the Ender. Also had a magnet stuck to it, but then it had the magnetic flexible bed, which I really didn't like. So I shipped both of these, of the sticky stuff. This one never came with a magnetic bed, but it did have the sticky thing applied to it, which I didn't like because you can't lift it up, so what the heck's the point of having a flexible bed that's physically stuck to the actual thing? Doesn't make any sense. But yes, just take glass, go outside on a garbage day. If you find yourself some windows, 4mm, 3mm, anything thinner than 3mm, you're going to be really asking for it if you like, you know, like to handle it, or it's going to be like brittle when you cut it. But you can get away with, you know, like 2.5mm or 2mm glass, which is lighter when you're printing. But, you know, I find this here is, I think, 3mm glass, and it works for me. Like, just bare glass, like what's over here, is awesome. This is an unprepared piece. This is just like I'm prepared. Okay, so oh, this is actually two and a half. Well, just oops, what did I do? I bumped it. Well, it was like 246, so 2.5 mil. So there you go. I'm using 2.5. I said don't use it because it's brittle, but I'm actually using it. Well, there you go. If you choose to do it this way, let me know what you think. You're probably gonna have the same result I did, where like you're not gonna have prints fall off anymore. Like I was even having like big prints that were like really long and flat, where it was a whole flat square, right? Even the corners were lifting up a little bit. Not since I did this. Since I did this to the bed and then turned it away this way, and I did this on this side, so then it's essentially intersecting lines or cross hatching, right? Like that one there. I've never had a failed print. That with combination of hairspray and you'll be good. Try it out, guys. Let me know what you think.